So let's set the scene. It's a Friday night and you've had a long week. All you want to do is unwind and play some games. So you boot up Call of Duty or League of Legends and bam, you're hit with the chaos. Teammates yelling, enemies teabagging, and someone's mic is blasting static like they're live streaming from a wind tunnel. Welcome to the multiplayer scene. It's loud, it's chaotic, and let's be honest, it's kind of stressful. There's always this pressure to perform, to carry the team, or at the very least, not embarrass yourself too much. And if you're like me, you've probably found yourself thinking, why do I put myself through this from time to time? Well, here's an idea. Single player games. I know, it sounds like I'm telling you to eat your vegetables, but hear me out. Single player games are the escape you didn't know you needed. They're immersive, relaxing, and honestly, they're just fun. No toxic teammates, no losing because your internet decided to quit, just you, the story, and the open world. So today, we're diving into why single player games deserve a spot in your life. Now, I get it, multiplayer games are the social hub of gaming. They're where you and your friends can squad up, meme around, and maybe, just maybe, win a few matches. But let's be real. How often does this actually happen? Most of the time, multiplayer feels like a second job. You're grinding ranks, trying to unlock cosmetics, or worse, dealing with the matchmaking. And it's exhausting. Don't even get me started on skill-based matchmaking. I swear, the better you get, the more the game punishes you by putting you up against people who play like they're competing for the Olympics. Single-player games though, that's a whole different vibe. There's no ranking system, no pressure to be the best, it's just you doing your own thing at your own pace. If you mess up a jump in Hollow Knight, no worries, just try it again. If you forgot to save in Skyrim and get mauled by a bear, okay, that's on you, but at least no one's in the chat calling you trash. It's gaming, minus the drama, and let me tell you, after a long day of emails, deadlines, and adulting, that's exactly what I need. First, let's talk about immersion. Because single-player games do it better than anything else. These games don't just tell stories, they pull you into their worlds. Take The Witcher 3 for example. From the moment you step into Villain, you're not just playing as Geralt, you are Geralt. You're slaying monsters, making tough moral choices, and let's be honest, spending way too much time playing Gwent. It's like a second life, but with swords and magic. And then you also have Red Dead Redemption 2. That game doesn't just put you in the Wild West, it makes you feel it. You can practically smell the campfire smoke and hear the crunch of boots on the dirt. This game is truly a masterpiece. You start the game thinking, alright, I'm a cowboy, and by the end you're questioning your own life choices and sobbing over Arthur Morgan's story. If you know, you know. Multiplayer games can't compete with that, and sure, they've got their moments, like when you clutch a win with 1 HP. But they don't give you those deep, cinematic experiences. They don't make you feel like you're living in another world. And honestly, that's what gaming's all about. And speaking of stories, let's give single-player games the spotlight they deserve. These aren't just games, they're interactive novels, epic movies and emotional roller coasters all rolled into one. Let's take The Last of Us for example. This game isn't just about surviving a zombie apocalypse. It's about love, loss, and what it means to be a human. By the time the credits roll, you're not just thinking about the gameplay, you're thinking about the story, the characters, and the choices you made along the way. Or how about Mass Effect? That series doesn't just let you play a hero, it lets you become one. Every decision matters, every character feels real, and by the end you're so invested you're arguing with friends about which ending was the best. And with multiplayer games, their stories are at best most of the times just background noise. You're not there for the lore, you're here to win. And that's fine, but if you've never experienced the heartbreak of Undertale, the bittersweet ending of Celeste, you're missing out. These games don't just entertain, they leave a mark. And another thing we love about single player games, they let you fail again, without judging you. Think about it, in multiplayer games every mistake feels like the end of the world. If you miss a crucial shot, your team's screaming at you. Forget to build in Fortnite, good luck surviving. It's a high pressure environment and sometimes that's just too much. In single player games, failure is part of the journey. In Dark Souls, you're expected to die a lot, but every death teaches you something. You learn the patterns, you adapt, and eventually you conquer. It's not just rewarding, it's empowering. And let's not forget the puzzle solving. Single player games love throwing brain eaters at you, whether it's unlocking a cryptic door in Tomb Raider or figuring out how to cross a chasm in Tears of the Kingdom. These challenges make you feel like a genius when you finally solve them. Multiplayer games can't replicate that, they're too busy making you respawn. Now, let's get serious for a second. Single player games are more than just entertainment, they're a complete mental reset. Think about it, life is busy. School, work, relationships, responsibilities, it's all non-stop, except for relationship in my case. But when you dive into a single player game, everything slows down. You're no longer bombarded with notifications, schedules, or someone shouting "revive me" in your headset. Instead, you're exploring at your own pace. And that's one of the best things about these games, the ability to pause. Need a moment to stretch, grab a snack, or just take in the scenery? Hit pause, and the games wait for you. Try doing that in a multiplayer lobby, and you'll come back, the round's over, your team lost, and your friends are flaming you in the group chat. But it's not just about relaxation. Single player games also let you learn and grow, in ways that multiplayer games can't. They're a masterclass in storytelling. Games like God of War don't just throw you into combat. They take you on an emotional roller coaster. You'll laugh, you'll cry, and question the meaning of your life, while smashing through hordes of enemies. It's like reading a novel, but you're the protagonist. And let's talk about the creativity. Single-player games give developers the freedom to build worlds and experiences without needing to balance everything for competitive play. Think about it. The breathtaking views in Hyrule, the eerie silence of Hollow Knight, or the absolute chaos of Elden Ring's final boss fights. These aren't just games, they're a form of digital art. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying multiplayer games don't have their perks. They're great for socializing and teamwork, but sometimes you don't need a team. We just need you. And that's what single-player games celebrate. They remind you that it's okay to be alone, to take things slow, and to immerse yourself in a story crafted for you. So here's the conclusion. Single-player games are special. They're not just a break from the chaos of multiplayer, they're a whole way to experience gaming. They give you stories that move you, worlds that captivate you, and challenges that make you feel unstoppable. They let you escape, explore, and grow, all without the pressure of performing or the fear of judgment. So if you've been stuck in the multiplayer grind, take a break, pick up a single-player game and lose yourself in it. Whether it's slaying dragons in Skyrim, or uncovering secrets in Horizon Zero Dawn, or you just want to vibe to the music of Journey, you won't regret it. Because at the end of the day, gaming isn't about winning or losing, it's about the experience you have, the memories and the stories we take with us. And single-player games, they're some of the best stories out there. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, maybe you'll like my video about how you can conquer your backlog. And as always, don't forget to like, share, comment, donate, message.